Hi, my name is Garrett Earls, Director of Sales, Alpha HD Trailers. Today we're going to go over the operations of loading and unloading our nitrogen over hydraulic power booster. One of the things to note when you're operating a power booster is the axle rearward of the booster is going to be equipped with its own leveling valve. Whenever you're running the power booster, the leveling valve behind the power booster needs to be on. Whenever the power booster is out of the equation, you'll turn the leveling valve to the off position. First thing to load, you're going to make sure that your lock pin is retracted. This lock pin is to keep the axles rearward of it locked in place if you are backing up or lifting the power booster off the ground. So we can see that our pin is unlocked. We're going to come over. This power booster is equipped with a Honda engine. We're going to start the engine and we're going to load the booster. You have a load gauge next to the valve, and under this lid you have a conversion chart. This chart will convert PSI to pounds. You can also run our tandem axle power booster as a single axle. When you do that, the pin of the cylinder, the top pin, is going to need to be moved down low. That way it'll correctly operate. First thing we're going to do is turn the motor on. We're going to hold the valve to the load position until the desired PSI is met. After that, we're going to lock the valve in the travel position and turn the motor off. So once we have the valve moved to the travel position, we're going to pull this over into the locked position. The pressure will equalize. You probably have a little bit of bleed off. You may need to add a little bit more, so you'll basically open the valve up, load the booster back, and the pressure should equalize. The benefits of having the power booster is you don't have to manually shim it to transfer weight. You do it all with a hydraulic cylinder, and you have a nitrogen over hydraulic accumulator tank that applies and relieves pressure as you go down the road. So it's a lot less stress on your trailer and it's a lot more user-friendly. One thing also to add is on the power booster, each axle will come with a permanent bolt-in shim and top links to keep the joint tight. So whenever you go to lift the axles off the ground, you don't have any separation at the top of the joint. So now that we're ready to unload, we're going to start the engine. We're going to slowly open this ball valve to the operate, and then we're going to move the handle into the load position. Now we're ready to lift the booster off the ground. In order to do that, the first thing we're going to want to do is lock the pivot so the axles don't swing to side when they're in the air. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to start the power unit and we're going to move the valve to the unload position. So to achieve more lift, if desired, under the axle's rear of the booster, simply come, turn your hand raised lower valve on and inflate the trailer suspension. I get this question a lot when you're crane loading and unloading this onto the trailer or off of the trailer. If you supply it with air and engage the pin, you can hold the pressure in the brake chamber with this inline ball valve that we supply. So simply lock the air in and the pin will stay engaged when you disconnect the air.